I want you to know that your story has not finished yet. Don't think that the pain or the suffering or the hardship that is in your life, that's the full stop, that's the end of it. No, please realize that that is only a part of a big story. I want you to see it as like reading a novel or watching a movie. When you see the main characters, imagine that if main characters had no hardships, if the main character had no struggles, would it be even fun to watch them or to read about them? We see ourselves cheering for the main character. Oh, you got this. We cheer for them to succeed even if they are fictional. I believe that similarly, watch yourself as if you are reading a book. Watch yourself as if you are watching a movie. And then see that that is the only a part of the bigger story that is about to come. It could be about anything. You have no idea about it. It's just only a small fraction of it that is pain or that is hardship. Your hardship are not the end of story. They are only the beginning of story, and you are going to nail it. I want you to have that level of trust in yourself that no matter what happens in your life, you will be fine at the end of the day. And there are more beautiful things that are going to come in your life. I want you to see life from a lens of positivity. There is so much negativity in our life, and we promote it through memes, through social media, and we think that it is cool to be pessimistic or to be depressed, but it is not. It is not cool to be depressed. You deserve to be happy, and the happy chapters of your life are about to begin, and you will be mesmerized when you will see it. That's what I believe. Okay, you will be mesmerized by how beautiful they are. The loneliness that you are facing right now, the hardship that you are facing right now, the lack of money that you are facing right now, or the lack of purpose that you are facing right now, it is not the end of your story. So when eventually you'll have these things, you will be more grateful, and you will look back in your life and you will see that, okay, there was this time when I was really struggling. I was really trying to be in certain level, and in that level I am right now. You might have been betrayed by people, by your friends, by your family members, and you think that that's life, and you are going to meet people in the future that are going to betray you. But no, no, no. You have not met people that love you yet. You have not met people that are going to smile when they will think about you. You have not yet met with people that are really going to look forward to meeting with you. You have not met all of the amazing soul that Allah has planned for you. You have not seen all of the amazing things that Allah has planned for you. Just because you had some hardships or in your past, that doesn't mean you're going to have same hardships in your future. When Allah says that future is better than your past, we ought to believe that, because if we think that our future is going to be worse than our past, then it means that we are not believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and what He said in the Quran. You ought to be positive in your life. You ought to have positivity in your life. You ought to have hope in your life. Having hope means that you have trust in Allah. You know that Allah will take care of you. So when you don't have that hope, just like people that are suicidal, they don't have hope in their life. That's why they are suicidal and they commit suicide. Like, they commit suicide because they think that that's the end chapter of their life, that their life is only going to get worse if they will live. Their life is only going to, like, fall apart even more, and so they think that, like, cutting their life is the solution, but of course it's not. It might sound psychopathic to some people, but I want you to start to have fun with your hardships. And what I mean by that is, let me explain. As I have said in the beginning of the video, like, look at it as if you are looking at a movie character or a book character. You know that they will eventually succeed. You know that they will eventually pass through this whatever that they are facing. So will you. So why not enjoy a little bit? Why not let go and enjoy the moment, and like see what it feels like to be in this situation. I think life is worth living. I think life is a blessing. I think we ought to take life as a blessing. Humans don't ponder about like seeing trees, seeing nature, seeing animals, and we pass them by like they are nothing, because we are too consumed by our thoughts, because we are too consumed by our problems. Once you start to heal, or once you change your perspective from like saying that the hardships are the end of your story, or instead of it is just there for a while and then I'll be fine because Allah is taking care of me and He won't betray me, then you start to loosen up a little bit. You see a tree and you're like, wow, this tree is really magnificent. You see a flower and you're like, this flower is really beautiful. You see an animal and you ponder on it, and then you start to ponder onto yourself. You are like, how complex the brain is, how complex our human like anatomy is. And then you shift your perspective and you're like, this all of this is so amazing. Let's say you want that job, you want that degree, you want that thing, and you are only thinking about not having that thing, that you cannot see that how much things that you already have. It could be the love of your family, nature, in this even the smallest things like drinking tea. As I am healing, I'm realizing that how much of a blessing it is to drink my tea, how much of a blessing it is to read my book, how much of a blessing it is to be in nature, how much of a blessing it is to see clouds. I will be dead one day and I won't be able to appreciate all of this beauty. So why can't I appreciate it when I have time? Why can't just appreciate it when I can? So lose a little bit from your problems, lose a little bit from your hardships, and see the beauty in nature, in your own self. You know, whenever I'm passing by a mirror, I'm surprised to see myself. Like I'm surprised that I'm a human. I could have been anything, like a flower, a leaf, an insect, an animal, but Allah chose to make me a human. And that is such a blessing in itself. If you ponder about it, of course, it all narrows down to your perspective. Change your perspective. Don't be too pessimistic about life. Don't be too zoomed in into your problems. Start noticing small things, and you will see that you have so much to notice. You have so much to be grateful about. You have so much to ponder about. I always wanted to ponder about life. I was like, I will do it later, later, later. And because I would think about my problems and I would think about the things that I want to do and I would think about the things that I haven't done and I would think about the regrets that I have. But now I'm like, just slow down a little bit. You do have time. You do have a story. I have seen people that say that they have just turned 18 and they're like, OMG, I cannot believe I'm so old. No, you are not. There's so much that life wants to offer you. Just be brave enough to seek it. There are a lot of things that I want in my life. And when I see myself becoming anxious about it, and when I see myself overthinking about it or pondering about it, I like tell myself to stop. Please, please stop down a little bit. And I ask this simple question: how can I be grateful for where I am? Because I want to show Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that it's not a trait between him and me, that he's going to give me the things that I want from him and then I will be grateful. I want to show him that he has already given me so many things and I want to appreciate those things. So I ask this question: how can I be grateful in this moment? Yes, there are 1000 plus things that I want to have in my life, and that's okay. I am not shaming myself or you for having those dreams or those things. That's a good thing. But how can you be grateful in this exact same moment? What you constantly do rewires your brain. So rewire your brain to seek these beautiful things in your life instead of anxiousing about things or the future or the problems that you currently have in your life. Train your brain or brainwash your brain to be grateful. I will talk about this. Another topic like came into my mind, and I will certainly talk about it in my next videos. But let me just highlight it a bit. The news, the social media, or people of the government, these all want us to live in a frequency of fear. They all want us to live in a frequency of sadness, of anger, of bitterness. They don't want us to thrive. They don't want us to live our lives, because if we do start to live our life, it won't be beneficial for them. Like just like the novel 1984 by George Orwell. Like these are, we think that we have control, we think that we have freedom, but what we have is these people are controlling our lives without us even realizing it. So no, no, you do not have the power to control my life. I don't want to be in the frequency of fear, of judgment, of anger, of bitterness anymore. I'm sorry. So be a little bit rebellious in a society that wants you to complain. Be a little bit rebellious in a society that wants you to compare yourself with other people. Be a little bit rebellious in a society that wants you to compete with other people. Be a bit rebellious. Be a bit rebellious in a society that wants you to be jealous of other people. I want you to win too. I want you to succeed in your life. I want you to have love. I want you to have happiness. Why do we have to compete with each other? We will see each other in our next meeting, my little rebellion, and we will rebel even more. Okay?